This is the valley of Pisagua. There's a river in there. I can see the vegetation. It's scant. It's one of those rivers that doesn't reach the sea all year round like Rio Loa. It only reaches the sea when it's the rainy season in the Altiplano in Bolivia, where the water comes tumbling down. But when Drake was here on the 4th of February 1579, I keep getting my dates mixed up, but it's 1579, Drake saw these houses just inside the point. So we would have been encouraged to land. Probably wouldn't have found water, although we would have had a look. In those houses he only found 2 men, and there's about 16 ruins there of houses. One of them was from Corsica, who was a pilot, and Drake seized him as prisoner to make him act as pilot from here to Callao, the port for Lima in Peru. The other person, who was a Spaniard, was allowed to stay here. But Drake left here very contented because he took with him 3,000 pesos in weight of silver bars. And I was in a boat like this 29 years ago, photographing this wonderful Drake place, because it's the only place that I know of, or I can safely say, there's unique to this place, is this got ruins. The only ruins that Drake would still recognize today in South America. And I'm going to go ashore and unravel the story for the viewer. I'm south of the river mouth, just inside the southern headland, where the settlement of Pisagua nestled precariously overlooking the bay. And from here you can see the ruins of Pisagua. I can pan the camera around so you can see the valley with the plants, the shrubs, the north side of the valley. And this is one of the valleys that was used to bring the treasure down from Potosi. Drake would have known that, and once he saw houses here, he would have been very curious to see if he could find anything of value. I've arrived here by boat, the second time in my life, 29 years after the first one. Oh, how I do wish that I had a camera like this when I started traveling in the 1970s. All the Drake places would be rendered to film and to video. Drake came back on board his skiff, landing boat, went out to his Golden Hind, loaded on the silver, and sailed north towards Arica. I'm now totally satisfied that I've seen everything. So Drake is now being rowed back out to sea, to the Golden Hind, richer than ever, but with more riches to come. This is a stern view, a departing view from a very successful landing. You can see the river mouth with the vegetation, although it's dry, and the ruins over in the south corner, very sheltered. This is Drake's arrival route, looking south. Came into the bay here and anchored. There's a lot of wind out in the Pacific Ocean at the moment. The wind's coming from the southwest, so although it's not very windy, because it is so open around this part of the world for hundreds of miles, there's a swell which has prevented a landing today like it did in Rio Loa. But that doesn't matter, because I can document and cover all the detail by visiting the Drake Haven by land and seeing it by sea. This is a must visit for any Drake scholar, because there are ruins and the geography has not changed. You've got the valley, you've got the river, albeit dried up, and it's in a small area. We're looking at 600 meters from the river mouth to the ruins. This is Drake's Wake, saying goodbye for now.